I'm Ty Elliot, and I'm the sports editor. I'm here representing the Bagpiper, and I'm going to talk to you about the boys basketball season preview. Now, the Highlanders come off a 14-10 record last season. They went 1-6 in the Hoosiers Hills Conference, and that was the third straight winning season for head coach Randy Johnfania. The Highlanders return a lot of senior talent this year. They have guys like a center Jordan Thompson, who will be coming off a big leg injury that really just derailed his season, and the Highlanders really didn't look the same after he left. And they also returned another forward like Connor Schellenberg, who's a big-time scoring threat, and Quentin Miller, who's a really good quick guard. You mentioned Jordan Thompson. He's a big contributor to this team. Last year he averaged 8.9 points a game and 6.8 rebounds. You'll think he'll do a lot more this year as he'll be leaned on a lot more. Connor Schellenberg comes back after a nice year with averaging 7.5 points per game and 3.2 rebounds. Now, I talked to Johnfania a little bit, and he told me that this year's team, he really expects all the seniors to step up and be the senior leadership. He also said that what they're really going to lose from last year's team was the defense and the rebounding. Those were big things that they lost from last year's team. And Barrett Crone, who was their best rebounder, that's a big loss for them. But he really thinks that this year's team is going to score a lot better, and they're going to push the pace. They're a really quick team and really athletic. They have good athletes like Jordan Thompson and Nick Bombersback, who are really going to help them. Some of the new additions, Coach said that Trevor Smith, he can really go inside and out. He's a sophomore, and he'll come in and give them a nice boost off the bench. And Drew Hussung, who's a tough, and he's good leadership, and he's a really good defender as well. And also he mentioned Ted Hartog, who said he can run the floor really well, which is great for big men who can really run the floor. It helps them get in a position to score in the paint. He talked a little bit about the schedule, and he didn't really point out a tough game, but he said that the Highlanders really need to do better in competing in the conference. As I mentioned, they only went 1-6 last year in the Hoosiers Hills Conference, but he really likes that they're playing in the Richmond tournament last year that they finished third in, and he really wants to see the Highlanders improve, and he wants to see them possibly win that Richmond tournament this year. I also asked him if he thought that this was the best chance that the Highlanders had to win sectionals, and he didn't necessarily agree, but he thought that they had a really good team. He said, we'll have to see, we're really early in, but he thinks that they have really good talent, and I think that I would agree that the Highlanders return a lot of senior leadership and talent, and this is really the best group he's had since he's been here. And he told me that this year this team really wants to push the pace offensively and defensively. He wants to get up the court with his guards and get it down to Thompson and Bombersback, those guys, let them finish. But he also said that they really need to improve on the defensive rebounding because you can't get in your fast break transition game if you don't rebound. He said last year they gave up 6.8 offensive rebounds. So that really kills your team if you're trying to go fast pace. You can't get the ball, you can't get it up to your guards. And they also said that the rebounding is going to be key as he lost Barrett Crone. So it's going to be tough for the Highlanders to rebound this year with just Thompson as their primary rebounder, but with great guards like Quentin Miller and Connor, it's going to be a pretty good season for the Highlanders, and the Highlanders will begin their season on November 18th against Indianapolis Northwest. That'll be a scrimmage. It'll be at 7 o'clock, and then their season will get underway November 26th against Switzerland County. That game is at home at 7:30. And this has been a basketball season preview from Ty Elliot. See you later.